What's going on, guys? Snake Eyes here, playing some more Dark Souls 2, and today we're going to be doing a weapon showcase. And the weapon we're going to be showcasing today is the Estoc. Now, this was actually requested for me by a viewer of mine, and I told him if he gave me a day or so, I'd have that ready. And I think it's been 2 days already, so my bad on that. But here it is. If you don't know how to get the Estoc, it's actually right here in Majula. You just go over here to Blacksmith Lenigrast. Usually I transition into the area when I got the weapon, but all you have to do is just talk to him. I won't do that. I won't get into the dialogue, and I think you can purchase it from him for 1,500 souls. So we're gonna go ahead and actually get into more detail about this weapon. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the base damage. The base damage is not too bad at 105. Depending on what type of build you're going to go in at the beginning of the game, there are other alternatives that you can do, but I know that in the first Dark Souls there were a lot of people who were really into the Estocs, the rapiers, you know, Ricard's rapier, all of that. So if you're pretty much looking to make a transition and actually pick this up, it's not too bad. The requirements are a little steep, coming in at 12 strength and 12 dexterity, and this is from what they call, I guess, like a quality build, where it has a C scaling and a D scaling. Not too high, not too low, but just good enough for you to have a nice even balance quality. That's why they call it that. And keep in mind that as you upgrade these weapons, the scaling does increase. By how much, it's really dependent on the weapon that you're upgrading, but just keep in mind that it doesn't always stay the scaling that it's at. So like I said, just make sure you keep that in mind. And if you have 12 strength and 12 dexterity and you love Estocs, this is definitely a weapon you do want to pick up. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the moveset. It has a pretty extensive moveset. This is the R1 spam when you have your shield down. Pretty much straightforward thrusting attacks, not too bad, especially if you're in tight corridors. The shield up, you can actually hide behind your shield and use some thrusting attacks from there. Again, it's still not that bad. I really loved it, especially when I played Demon Souls. I was really into the winged spear, so a moveset like this is actually kind of cool that you can use behind your shield. The strong attack is actually it goes into a slash and into a thrust. I'm going to see if I can get a couple of those chained in there. It doesn't always work for me for some reason. Maybe my controller's wearing out, but sometimes it only does the 2. And right here, I'm mashing it just as much as I was before, and it went ahead and got that 4 in succession. The two-handed attacks are strictly thrusting attacks. So if you want to do some strong thrusting attacks, this is pretty much your best bet. You can go ahead and two-hand them, and all of them are thrusting attacks. Even the strong attacks, they're thrusting attacks as well. All in all, it's still a pretty good weapon. The requirements are a little high, especially if you're just starting out and this is something that you want to pick up. You're probably better off going with the dual swordsman as your first starting class, because I think that starts off with like 16 dexterity, and then you only need to level up your strength to just a little bit. I don't really remember how much, but when you start off as a knight, I think you have the strength requirements, but you don't have the dex requirements, and your dex starts off kind of low. So that's something to think about. We're going to go ahead and get into killing these kobolds. As you can see, the weapon obviously is not killing in one shot. That's because this is a starting weapon. This is not something that you get as you play through the game. So that explains why I'm not really doing too much base damage. But as I've said it before and I say it again, I love thrusting attacks. They're really easy to get on the enemy, especially if they're far away. It's real easy to go ahead and get up on them and doing your attacks like that. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below. I'll help you out. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, take care.